What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Dirt Bike News. It's 2018. We want to see you guys out there riding. Your friends are out there on their dirt bikes and you need to go get a dirt bike. You walk into your local bike shop and you see 250 and 450 four-strokes. Those are great bikes. Everyone has them at the track. You can even get 350 variations now. There's one problem. They're boring. Everyone has one. And they might do this. Now, you might want something a little bit different, a little more unique. Say, a Honda CR500 aluminum conversion, like this one just over here. This is the pride and joy of the 80s. This right here is a Honda CR500 from 1987. There's no power valve. Starting the thing might break your leg, and you need big enough balls to handle it. This is set up for motorcycle ice racing here in Canada with one goal: to go fast and to kick some ass. Now there's two flavors of 500 two-strokes out there, the Honda and the KX500. Something unique about this one is the introduction of a power valve, which is pretty cool for the 80s, aside from the smoking, the rock bands, and all the drugs. However, it still wanted to kill you when you tried to start it, and the vibrations were out of this world. Wouldn't it be nice to have the newer technology of one of these 250 XCWs with balancer shaft, electric start, and wide ratio transmission on one of these 500 two-strokes? Maybe we can. Wait a minute, this doesn't sound like a 250 XCW. That's right, it's not. This is a BRC 500 two-stroke. And we're going to tell you everything about it.
BRC Racing invited us to visit their shop and production facility, hidden in an industrial area right here in Calgary, Alberta. BRC's shop contains an unreal amount of technology with state-of-the-art machinery that helps create some of the world's most powerful and advanced engines in racing circuits. BRC Racing is most known for their work on championship-winning supercar GP engines, some of which are capable of producing a staggering 50+ horsepower from a single 125cc motor. Using their years of experience, BRC decided to design a modern big bore engine for the dirt bike industry. Creating powerful engines, they utilize their ingenuity, experience, and craft to revolutionize the off-road big bore industry. Creating their very own 500cc two-stroke motor that fits right into select two-stroke KTM chassis. All you need is a donor KTM engine, and it might even fit into some Husqvarna and Husaberg two-stroke bikes. The man behind the creation, Will of BRC Racing. We definitely have a few questions to ask him.
For the last year and a half, we've been developing a 500cc engine kit for KTM 250 and 300s, specifically for model years 2007 through 2016. And it's finally come to life, and we're enjoying the testing phase of it now. And so far it's going extremely well, and we're having a lot of fun with it. So
KX500, CR500, you can go and you can buy one, you can make one, everyone see the conversions. Why did you want to make this engine?
So my friend Eric and I hatched the plan of, wouldn't it be cool to build up a CR500 AF? You know, we've been following it on the net and looked like fun, and with our shop we've got some mechanical abilities there that allow that kind of stuff to happen. And so we did, and we said to ourselves, wouldn't it be cool if all this effort that we're doing, we're actually putting a current technology engine into a current chassis. So that was kind of the nucleus of the idea. And you know, so we started to look at it more in depth, as this isn't the first engine that BRC has designed. And using our library of knowledge and design from the past, is we found out quite quickly that it was possible to make a 500 engine that would bolt into the frame in the stock engine mount locations without having to do any fab. and I thought that that would really open up the opportunity for a lot more people, many more people, to be able to take advantage of a big bore 500 two-stroke.
Is it kind of surreal seeing you put a photo up on Facebook and all of a sudden you just see it explode in 2-3 days, shared around the world?
That was one of our first posts. Really went rather viral, and it was totally unexpected. And
what post was that?
I think that was the original post, that when we finally had the engine, so the design was done, and then rather than go to casting straight away and potentially waste money on tooling that would have to be changed and waste time, is we had the design 3D printed, and we used a fantastic company in Calgary called Rapid 3D. They got the cases and the cylinder and the head all printed, and from there we're able to put the bearings and the seals and the transmission and the shift mechanism, the clutch, basically assemble the engine. And it was kind of funny because a lot of the public was like, you know, plastic engine's never going to work.
You can't make it light by making it out of plastic.
You know, so that was kind of humorous. But anyways, it was just for the design and functionality of the design, to make sure that we did our job and didn't miss anything. And lo and behold, there's actually two details within the, one was in the primary cover and the other was in the cylinder, that weren't right. And, you know, it was something that even CAD, if you're looking at it specifically in the CAD, you would have caught it.
If you knew what you were looking for.
You know, looking for that problem. But there's 1,000 other things that you're looking at. So we didn't catch it in the CAD, we caught it in the 3D print. And that literally saved us 6 months. Because had we gone down the path of tooling, hard tooling and castings, and then the machining, it was a 6-month lag time. We wouldn't have found that out, and we wouldn't be sitting here today, that's for sure. So the economics of 3D printing and being able to use that and use companies like Rapid 3D made this project able to happen for a little company. You know, we're tiny.
So one thing that's really special about yours is it has electric start, and it can come both from your KTM into your cases and your engine. So
yeah, the electric start, you know, there's been many people that have helped us with this project, and some great experience, and Adam Miller of Miller Racing Engines has been fantastic for some guidance, as he's forgotten more about big bore two-strokes than I'll ever know. So yeah, we designed a case reed, electric start, 6-speed, balance shafted, and power valved 500cc two-stroke engine. So to my knowledge, it's the only one on the planet that's ever been done. I don't think Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, or KTM have ever done that combination. And I think in doing so, it gives the power plant a lot of versatility.
So the average guy, he can buy this engine from you. So it's 7,500 Canadian.
Correct.
What do they get?
So the 7,500 Canadian price tag allows you have to have a donor KTM 250 or 300 from years 2007 through 2016. It is possible that the 06 bikes can also be used. I just haven't had one at my disposal to check it out. So in our kit, you get every bearing, seal, gasket, O-ring that you need to assemble an engine. You get our crankshaft, you get our balance shaft, you get our primary drive gear, you get our balance shaft gears, cylinder, piston kit, head, left case, right case, primary case. You get our ignition adapter for the starter cover. Everything you need. So if you have the mechanical aptitude that you could do the bottom end on your KTM 250 or 300.
Split apart your cases, take the transmission, transport it into your cases.
If you have that ability, you will be able to assemble your BRC within a day and be out riding.
One thing you said is a balancer shaft. So that's pretty nice to have on a CR500 motor, because those things are notorious for just vibrating everything apart, every bolt off. So was that a key kind of thing that you wanted to make sure was absolutely spot on for this build? For me, that was one of the deal maker or breakers. I wasn't interested in building a Me Too Honda engine. There's some great companies out there that are building Honda CR500 and KX500 cases, and they're doing a fantastic job. For me, I was only interested in doing this project if I could bring
modern day current technology. And that's one thing that, you know, in using KTM's design, and we're using the same main bearings as the KTM because they come with extremely high quality bearings. And so it's up to the task of the loading of the bigger crank and piston, but to take out the vibration, now everything's happier, lives longer. You don't have the put Loctite on absolutely every fastener.
Yeah.
And
come off vibrating and tingling.
you know, yeah, if you still feel your hands. It's just part of the idea of having a modern engine, a modern concept. Do it right or don't do it at all.
So we have 3 bikes. How many do you have coming into production?
So the first run of engines, we did 16 engines, 5 of which are going to stay in-house for continued development and for our own vehicles. I have 1 engine that will be heading down to Australia to Dave McCarthy of 2-Stroke Performance. He's already successfully fuel injected a YZ125 using BRC's throttle body.
Nice.
And we're looking to develop EFI, specifically more so for the snow bikers than for dirt bikers, but of course it can go on anything. From there, we're going to have 10 or 11 engines. We have 10 or 11 engines for sale, and as of today, they're pretty much all spoken for.
So there's a line.
There's a line right now, and which is we feel fortunate to have. We've since started placing our orders for more castings and more of the gears that outside vendors have to produce for us, and those engines will be available in October. Mm-hmm. And so if anybody's interested in that, they can email me at rwill@brceng.com, give us a deposit, and we'll be able to deliver their engines to them in October. The engines do come with a full exhaust system.
Wow.
Originally we were trying to just have a pipe that would then mate to the KTM silencer. It wasn't possible to do that, so we are including a silencer as well. So it's truly everything that a guy needs to build a 500 and bolt it back into their frame and go ride.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like everybody wants to go for a ride, so let's go take this thing out for a rip.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
There we go. First ride on the CR500 over some gnarly routes, going up, just climbing the hill. This thing is just an unbelievable tractor. We are on a Recluse, which I have not ridden in quite some time. Oh, there is no vibration in this bike at all. I can't feel any vibration at all in my hands. We're gonna go up this rocky hill. Second gear. You hear it just grunting down. And it picks up immediately. Unbelievable. And the throttle response is so crisp. You can lug this thing down to nothing and it'll slowly come on. It's not going to absolutely jump on you. Woo! A little hop there. Just goes like the ball. Oh, word. It's amazing. Kind of bushwhacking down the hill right now. Woo-hoo-hoo! And we found some slick grass. Starts right up. We're actually in gear in second. Who wants to take this into the ride? Oh my word. That is unreal, buddy.
Okay guys, we're just back from our test ride on the BRC 500. This thing was absolutely phenomenal. We tried it on a lot of tight single track, hill climbs, all sorts of things like that. Where this thing was really strong for us was a lot of the big, powerful uphill draws that we had to do. The power was absolutely linear, on spot, really easily controllable. I'm a small guy. This thing was easy for me to ride. We were riding with a Recluse, so it was a little bit different for us to understand how to ride this bike as we're used to a clutch. but it was an absolute joy to take out to the bush and rip on a 500 two-stroke. Thank you BRC for bringing us this amazing machine, and we want you guys to keep checking out our website at dirtbikenews.ca. See you next time.